Hello everyone who is watching the VOD or whatever. It's been a long time since I've done any sort of gaming content, but I'm gonna try and do this. This is going to be an intended series where I go through some of the story content on a brand new Zandalari druid, and just sort of take in the story. Hopefully it goes well. So yeah, I've got this druid going on. The add-ons that I'm going to use are going to be Real UI is my is the UI that I'm using. The only other really relevant one is going to be immersion over here, which changes the way that the story, the text, or rather the quest windows show up. You'll see what it means if you don't know. And it sort of makes for a better experience reading the quest stuff. So without further ado,
The Zandalari have ruled this land for thousands of years. With the Loa's blessing, our sacred blades and mighty ships commanded the seas. But over time, our empire grew stagnant. We stood alone. Threats from without and within rose up to challenge us, to test our faith. Now, I am queen. And together with the Horde, we take our rightful place among the great kingdoms of Azeroth. Zandalari forever! Zandalari forever.
alrighty. Let's go with balance for the moment. Get myself some heirlooms. Yeah, they don't really do much these days, but it's a nice stat bonus. Alright. Hello, Queen Talanji.
Times change, and so must the Zandalari.
Thank you for meeting me upon my throne, Lizaki. With our recent partner and with the Horde, I need worthy champions to represent the might of the Zandalari. I have chosen you to be among their ranks, Golazaki. Go and meet with the ambassador in Orgrimmar. We have prepared a portal just behind you. When you are ready, step through to a new world. Remember, you bow only to the throne of Zandalar. Hold your head high, Golazaki.
When the Alliance invaded our home, heroes of the Horde drew their weapons and fought by our side. A bond forged in battle is as strong as a pact with the Loa. Join our new brothers and sisters and bring honor to both Zandalar and the Horde.
Head to Orgrimmar. Ambassador Blackguard.
And you are?
Are you the new one? I'm supposed to welcome you. Here, take this letter. Blackguard lets out an exasperated sigh.
Trust no one.
Hi, I'm Ambassador Blackguard. Blackguard looks down at a piece of paper in his hand. On behalf of the War Chief, I am honored to welcome you to Orgrimmar Zandalari. Glances at you, smiles unconvincingly, then looks back at the paper. As a lifetime of adventure unfolds before you, be assured that, you know what? I've been reading the same greeting all day. Enough's enough. Talk to your emissary and find out where you can adventure. Run along.
Beware the living.
Talk to our emissary. Let's see. I do have travel forms. I love the Zandalari travel form. Actually, I like all of the Zandalari forms. We're looking at this board. Talk to Chromie. Chromie is seeking veteran adventurers to embark on expeditions through time and space. This is your opportunity to experience the legendary adventures of the past. Today! Speak with Chromie near the Orgrimmar Embassy for more information. So this is it.
Which Loa
We
do
begin
you
our
bargain
adventures to bring honor to the Zandalari and the Horde. Loa be with you, Golozaki.
Zandala forever.
Talk to Chromie. This shouldn't have changed since then. Cape of Stranglethorn. I think what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to head down to the orc starting area, the Valley of Trials, and I will do that zone.
It's so nice to see you.
Hey there, Golozaki. Wherever you want to go, I can help you get there. Time works in mysterious ways, but you don't look like a stranger to mystery. I'm glad you made it, Golozaki. Something tells me that your future is waiting for you in the past.
Is this hello or goodbye? I keep losing track.
Select the timeline. The cataclysm over
Who
here.
would have thought someone named Deathwing would bring
People
about
across
so much
Azeroth that could use
destruction?
your help, Golozaki. They come from different walks of life, but all are working towards finding their place in this beautiful world. Examine the War Chief's command board and see where your adventure awaits. I think I shall not be doing that. Or at least I won't be selecting a place from there, because it's unlikely to be giving me the Valley of Trials. But I'll click on it to finish the quest. Yeah, nope. Hey, Kuromi.
Always have
So many
time for
choices,
you.
so little time. Good luck out there, Golazaki, but I don't think you'll need it.
It's like meeting again for the first
Let's see. Head down over to the Valley of Trials. I haven't thought of a very good name for this series. Could just be Quix Plays World of Warcraft, and then the sort of stories that I'm going through during that stream. An event going on right now. Oh, it's Brewfest. It's pretty neat. If you're just tuning in, I'm heading down to Valley of Trials. I'm going to be doing the story of World of Warcraft zone by zone. Starting, hopefully, with the Orc starting area. Although I'm a bit hazy on whether or not it'll let me pick those quests up as a Zandalari. They've been kind of inconsistent in the past with regards to like which starting quests a character is eligible to do. I really don't stream it all on any platform, so I don't know how to tell if anyone's watching right now, and if so, of who. It's a little bit of a long walk down here, but travel form makes it a bit better. Gonna be playing balance for right now, on account of the fact that I kind of like where balance is right now. It's it was a long period after Wrath of the Lich King where balance was kind of weird to me, and I didn't really play it. Some of the more recent changes to it, I think the Battle for Azeroth changes, followed by the refinements in Shadowlands, have allowed me to kind of rediscover the spec. I think it's pretty fun nowadays, although it's a lot less I guess, chance-based than it used to be. My biggest, or my most played DPS spec on Druid has been Feral. Although I am not at heart a DPS, I tend to do a lot more healing. And so, if I go into dungeons in this series, you'll probably see me switching over to Resto a lot. You might even see me questing in Resto. It's a lot better to quest in a healer spec than it used to be. Although I imagine I will just sort of be switching quite often, because that's one of the appeals of Druid, is that it has 4 different specs. It looks like I have a quest to pick up over here. That's a good sign. All the different specs Druids can do. It can be quite fun just to sort of be constantly switching around and diversifying, I guess you could say, your play style. Finally, you were of age, Golazaki. Let's leave that. Of age to battle in the name of the Horde, to conquer for the glory of the war chief. Yes. Kaltunk looks you over. You will do nicely. No doubt you wish to find a great dragon or demon and strangle it with your bare hands, but perhaps it would be wise to start on something less dangerous. Kaltunk laughs. Report to Gornak. He should be able to assign a task better suited to a young druid. You will find him seated at the fire behind me.
Strength.
Wow, it's wow. Thank you, Symph.
Strength.
Gornak. Another one of Kaltunk's recruits. A sorry state of affairs we find ourselves in if this is the best the Horde can produce. No matter. By the time we think you're ready to leave the valley, you'll be a proud warrior of the Horde. The first order of business will be to put a little strength in your backbone. I could send you out to the Barrens to hunt Kodo, but well, in all honesty, you're more useful to us alive than dead. I believe you'll be of more use to us slaughtering the boars you'll find in the farms to the north and northeast of here.
Go with honor.
Alright. I think I could handle Kodo, but, we'll do it your way for now, buddy. Doesn't look like I have any more jobs. So, boar killing it is. I will also be using Click. There's a click casting mod. It'll primarily be apparent when I'm like doing healing stuff. Thank you, Symph. I'm very glad you're here. I'm like a long ways from monetization. I'll let you know. It cannot be denied that this game has gotten a lot easier than it used to be. The music classic, the suicide. Mottled boar. 6 mottled boars, all good and dead. I'm very glad they added AoE loot. Like, I don't even remember when they did it, but it was such a fucking good change. Gornak, I killed your boars for you. Not bad, Golazaki. But don't let it get to your head. You'll fight tougher than boars in your career. Nonetheless, you've proven yourself well, and your next trial will be against a considerably more dangerous opponent, so you'll need some extra protection. Thank you for the belt. You're not just another grunt. You seem to be a serious druid. Good. Because that's exactly what I need. Try not to let the word out, since I don't want to cause a panic. But there have been reports of more humans nearby. This is an egregious betrayal of the peace that we negotiated with that miserable Jaina Proudmoore. We can't allow humans here in Durotar, and especially not here in the valley. You will find them to the south. Slay them quickly before their numbers increase any more.
For the Horde.
Will do. But first, I want to see if I can adjust the auto progression of this immersion add-on slightly. It is a little bit... yeah, there we go. Automatic text per... I don't need that on. Cool. Another quest over here. Galgar.
Speak, friend.
It sure gets hot out here in the Valley of Trials. That's global warming, buddy. Galgar wipes his brow. If only I had some cactus apples, I could make my famous cactus apple surprise. Nothing cools you off faster than a piece of that delicious treat. I'll tell you what, Golazaki. If you bring me 6 cactus apples, I'll make you a few portions of cactus apple surprise to take with you on your adventures. If you're interested, you can find cactus apples growing near the cactus plants around here.
For the Horde.
Very redundant, that whole sort of spiel of his. He said cactus apples like 7 times. Alright, so we're here to kill humans. And, I'm not that happy about it. It seems a little bit unwarranted, but, let's go. Seven, so 4, 5, 6, 7. So many like fucking BB guns firing at me. Sam. Fresh kills. Right now, cactus apples. There's also a very nice change here with this sort of like glowing quest objects. Makes it very easy to spot. I didn't know when they released, or when they introduced that feature in, I want to say Warlords. I didn't know if, like, I liked it. But over the years, it's like reduced the amount of sort of eye strain I've had to undergo doing quests by quite a bit. Cactus apple sounds like a real thing, but at the same time I don't know for sure if it's a real thing. Are there cacti that, like, grow fruits on them that people eat?
Blood and thunder.
Executed with quickness and discretion. A job well done. I must send you back into the fields again, Druid. You will find large numbers of scorpids northwest of here. Bring me 8 of their tails. The antidote for their sting is actually made from venom extracted from their stingers. We keep large quantities of antidote for scorpid venom on hand to heal young bloods just like you. But I'm sure you won't be needing any of that, will you?
Dabu.
Probably not. Foreman Thazril, hello. Cursed peons! They work hard gathering lumber from the trees of the valley, but they're always taking naps. I need someone to help keep the peons in line. You look like the right Zandalari for my task. Well, you could tell I was a Zandalari, not just a troll, just by looking at me. Got a good eye. Here, you take this blackjack and use it on any lazy peons you find sleeping on the job. A good smack will get them right back to work. Return the blackjack when you're done. Look for them underneath the trees in the valley. Lousy, slacking peons.
Be safe.
Oh, what are you doing as far as work? Just sitting here, being an asshole. I think they deserve a nap.
Loktar.
Have you finished collecting cactus apples? Wonderful, Golazaki. As promised, here's your cactus apple surprise, plus a little something extra. A little something, something.
May your blades never dull.
Domo. I got Eclipse. I didn't have that? Cool. Does that mean I have Starfire? I do. Excellent. It's very important to balance. So we're killing scorpids and getting their tails. That means I have to loot them. Hanazuwa. Druid! I thought I would die out here with none to know of it. While I was hunting the scorpids of the valley, I came across a particularly vicious-looking one. Hurling myself at it, I managed to inflict a massive blow to its claw before it closed around my leg. I wasn't ready for its stinger, though. It sliced down and into my chest, cutting into my flesh and letting my blood. Please, you must kill the scorpid for me. My honor must be upheld. I fought it up on the plateau to the south. This game is great. Lazy peon.
Be busy. Leave me alone.
Get to work. You want rights, you gotta unionize. Sarkoth. The biggest, meanest scorpid in this valley.
Something you doing?
I was working, I guess. Only a valid target if he's sleeping. I suppose that's another relevant plugin I'm using. Is let's see, extra. I think it's extra quest button. Yeah, extra quest button. Basically adds quest items to the extra action button thing here, and I can hotkey it. Makes it a bit easier to use relevant items during quests. This guy doesn't look like he's gonna need a beating.
Work, work.
No. Here's one. One of the issues is, like, it says to awaken lazy peons, but other than the name plate, which kind of gives it away, it's not really possible to tell between a lazy peon and just a peon that really needs sleep because they've worked for the last 58 hours.
Okay.
But I suppose I will wake them up indiscriminately.
Okie dokie.
Because the Horde really needs workers' rights reforms.
Me not that kind of orc. I can do that.
That was a gay joke, courtesy of 2004 Blizzard Entertainment. Ah, my father always said I would never amount to much, and here, lying beneath a tree as life seeps away, I'm afraid it looks like he was right. At least I wish to die knowing that my last enemy in life lays dead. My blow was not enough to kill him, but looking at the damage I inflicted gives me some small measure of pride. That small measure will be all I have to sustain myself until I die, and in that light the short list of my life's accomplishments fills me with anger. Seeing the deed you have done for me steels my heart. I cannot fall so easily. I must endure. But it remains that I cannot make the trek back to our settlement unassisted. Please, Golizaki, return and tell Gormek of my situation. Perhaps he can help me. Certainly. I suppose you're still too good for me to just heal you. It's fine. Let's have a short intermission while I refill my cup. I really need to get bigger cups. I return. Ready to finish up this round of quests. First of all, Foreman Thazaril.
What do you need?
No good, lazy. Yeah? Do you have my blackjack? Did you catch any peons sleeping on the job? Yes. Good, good. Maybe they'll think twice before slacking next time. Thanks for the help.
Go forth to victory. What do you need?
The carapace of the scorpion isn't so thick that the strength of a determined warrior will be deterred. Strike strongly and without doubt, and the scorpions should prove easy prey. There is an important lesson that you must take away from fighting scorpions. The smallest or largest of opponents can still send you to your doom. In fierce combat, any number of things can prove your downfall. I have no more to teach you, Golozaki. You have done well, and I will watch your progress with interest. From your description of the beast, I believe you must be speaking of Sarkoth. It is no wonder that Hanazuo was overtaken by it. Aid will be dispatched to him immediately. Trouble yourself no more with Hanazuo's plight. However, I must say I am most impressed to hear that you brought Sarkoth to death. It is a feat to be proud of, Golozaki. And that you would fight for a stranger's honor while other tasks occupied your time. Your own honor is heightened.
Go forth to victory.
Thank you. This whole honor system seems pretty easy to game.
Mokra.
I trust the Valley of Trials will teach you much, young druid. I was sent to the valley to guide you, but I have discovered a growing taint here. One of the Burning Blade, a foul, demon-worshipping cult, has made camp here in the Valley of Trials. He skulks in a cave to the north, and his vile familiars have spilled from its mouth to cause havoc. As your first task against the Burning Blade, I bid you defeat these familiars, slay many, and, if you survive, return to me.
Strength.
So we go up to this cave to the north. Let's kill this one person's familiars. It's a little bit interesting that he has this many familiars all to himself. Usually spellcasters and stuff tends to just pick one familiar. Or maybe the lady is using familiar in a unorthodox way to just mean like minions that he summoned. Also, let's put this cat farm macro on my bars.
strength and honor.
You have done well, Golazaki. Although the vile familiars were merely pets of the darker powers within the Burning Blade, your success against them foretells greater deeds ahead. Through my divinations, I see that an item of power, a medallion, hides deep within the Burning Blade Coven, guarded by beasts and black magic. We must have it. For too long, these demon worshippers have defiled our homelands, cleansed the Coven of its demonic taint by slaying the fell beasts and their leader. Return with this medallion as proof of your deed. Go, Golazaki. You will find the Coven in a cave to the north.
Fight well, friend.
That was information you already gave me.
Loktar.
Golazaki, you are a dependable Zandalari. Can I count on you for another task? Some time ago, I was surveying the cave to the north for minerals and left my favorite pick behind. When I later returned to retrieve it, I found the cave was filled with vicious beasts. Will you go back into the cave, the Burning Blade Coven, and get my pick? I left it in a chamber with waterfalls. My pick has a spell on it so you can see it in the dark, so you won't have to worry about finding it, just what's guarding it.
For the Horde.
So I wonder if that description of, like, a spell that makes it glow in the dark manifests in the sort of glowing mechanic. So I do want to kill these Fellstalkers, so let's work on that. Kill 5 of them, looks like. So 1, 2... It is glowing. It's a pick hammer. He could have described it a little bit more precisely. But if I just found a sort of normal pickaxe in here, I assumed that that's what it was. 5 out of 5. You entered the Burning Blade Coven, Golazaki? Did you find my pick? Great! You got it. Thanks a lot, Golazaki. This is my favorite pick. Now if my peons ever finish chopping down those trees, maybe we can find a nice cave to mine.
Go forth, victory.
Greetings.
Is your task complete, Golazaki? You retrieved it. Well done. Your efforts within the Burning Blade Coven are key in rooting out this cult in the Valley of Trials, but I fear they have further aims in our land. We have not seen the end of them. Our trials against the Burning Blade are finished here in the valley, but I want you to report your findings. Go to the troll village of Senjin and speak Master Gadrin. Senjin village is east out of the valley, and then right at the fork. Tell Gadrin of the Burning Blade, and that they have reached the Valley of Trials. Discover from him if they have yet reached Senjin. Go, Golazaki, and be swift. I fear the evil found in the Burning Blade Coven is but the herald of a larger threat.
Go forth to victory.
Sounds serious. So that's the Valley of Trials content. I feel like they trimmed it down a lot in like the sort of over the expansions over the years. Like the story of it seems quite a bit more focused than it used to be. With like only a couple of distinct threads that lead out into the next zone. We did the Scorpid quest line, which kind of wrapped itself up. And then the Burning Blade quests, which would lead to something in the future, possibly. And apart from that, it's really just the humans, isn't it? We have humans infiltrating the Valley of Trials, which is probably going to come up in future zones. We've got Alliance members essentially encroaching on Horde lands. But I think I will leave the story here for now. My first stream in a really long time. I'll sort of just have that encompass the Valley of Trials questline and then revisit this series later. Anyone who's watching, I hope you enjoyed. I plan to do more things in the future. Primarily, the only idea that I have is to continue this series and possibly acquaint some of you with the story of WoW that it's very easy to miss because you're not very incentivized to, like, I guess, do a lot of reading. It's very easy to just skip through all the quest text and stuff. So, yeah. Hope you enjoyed. If you want to like or comment or subscribe and click the bell and whatever, all those sort of like universal calls to action, I would appreciate it. I'd appreciate any support going forward. I'm a very, very inexperienced streamer, and I hope eventually to, like, get better and more prolific and sort of come out with better content. This is kind of dipping my toes in the water. So yeah, hope you enjoyed. Signing off.